it's joined to go to watching The Wheel of Time, Season 1, Episode 8, The Eye of the World. This is the Season 1 finale. I am so excited and so stressed, and you may be able to tell that I didn't just happen to wear the same outfit this Monday as I did last Monday. I am watching this straight after the previous one because it ended, and I was like, there's only one more. That's not like that much extra reacting to do. I schedule work. Because I love the show and I need to know how it ends. Even though I'm sure I'm going to be stuck on an even worse cliffhanger after the next episode. But hey, I'll be with it. I say I'll be with all of you guys, but I'm pretty sure you've all read the books, so I'll just be alone and stressed. The last episode was fantastic. All of these reactions are available on my Patreon unedited if you're interested. A few other thoughts I had in the literal, like, 10 minutes when I ran and grabbed a snack, refilled my drink, put my fan on, in between watching episode 7 and this one, is that obviously I do think that whoever the dragon was, they were going to get tempted by the Dark One, and so where they're going, Rand is definitely going to be susceptible to the Dark One's proposals, or to the Dark One itself. I imagine it's got a very, like, powerful influencing technique. That's not, I can't think of the words I want to use right now. Like, I imagine it's very good at drawing people in, at finding their vulnerabilities and making them come to the dark side. Like, I'm pretty sure anybody will be tempted, but I have to believe he's going to stay true. What I do wonder is whether they're all connected. That was a big thing the seer made a point of, that they're all connected, and you could kind of see the little glitters between them all. Is whether maybe he's the dragon, but they are part of what needs to be done too. So, like, if they're at his side, he will be able to do what needs to be done. Like, kind of these two very, very powerful mages, at least one of them is stronger than any other mage they've seen. I don't know, no one's measured Egwene's power. And then with Mr. Wolfman and Matt, wherever he is, bless his soul, maybe there's something about them being together, the love they have for each other and their different strengths that will both help keep him good and also remind him what he's fighting for, and then also they'll all be able to help in the fight, maybe. And so that could be a bad thing, that they're trying to save them all by leaving them behind, because actually they're necessary. So I'm stressed. Also so ready for this episode. I'm watching it a week early, sorry, cheating a little bit, but you know. A reminder, I've already said that. I don't need to remind anybody of anything. I will definitely be reacting to season 2 in September. Cannot wait. Let's go. Is this the breaking of the world? Oh, so that's why it was only men. The women refused to go. Oof, and he taints it. He does for the men. Fuck. So it really was a bad choice the dragon made. You'll break the world for them, unfortunately. Whoa. Yeah, he really broke the world. Like, that is beyond anything. I think that now they're, like, barely medieval. Can we talk about what we're gonna face? What's likely to happen? Do you know?
Don't touch anything here.
Are there any...
is a rot, which spreads from the Dark One's prison and consumes everything in its path, including young men in way over their heads.
Well, we got one of those here.
I love him, Perrin.
No, my love. And he knows. Well, he loves you, and that's part of why he left. He could have said goodbye. They're both looking more and more bedraggled.
We're getting closer.
Oh, good.
The 7 Towers of Malkier.
Whoa. You must be eating him alive.
It wasn't you who I tracked. It was her.
Ooh.
She has a teller.
Ooh.
I can show you how.
You would let me go without you.
You bring him back.
You are a remarkable woman, Wisdom.
What bonds of love these people have.
A wisdom never weds.
I will hate the man you choose. Because he is not me. And I will love him if he makes you smile. You are as beautiful.
What a line. And he means every word.
As fierce as a warrior.
Dreams have great meaning, especially here, so close to his touch.
It was the Dark One. He knows where we are. He's coming.
He's still dreaming, right? He's still dreaming, right? He's still dreaming, right?
I wouldn't have expected it would be you.
Jesus.
There.
I love his like fancy suit from the previous
Hard to have a real
age.
conversation. But still, you're him.
Wake up, please.
I see it behind your eyes. So what's your plan, Luke? You even touched the power before. Do you have any idea what
He's
you...
getting in your head.
Where did you get that?
From my father.
Don't tell him anything.
Your father's been dead a long time, boy. You mean that shepherd in the Two Rivers?
Oh god, is he gonna tell him the
What's
truth
his
of...
name again? Tanel Thor, right?
He's getting to you, he knows
You
your weak
really do
spots.
think he's your father? Let me tell you what those women never would about what it means to be the dragon.
This is a dream.
Fucking hell, sweetheart.
It was the Dark One.
What did he say to you?
A lot.
I don't believe a word he said.
A little part of your brain is ticking over on it though, that's the fear.
What's the plan?
Thank
What did he
you.
say to you in the dream?
No, this is about you. You always
Oh,
have a
both-
plan within a plan.
We need both
Don't
conversations.
try.
When you channel into it, it'll increase your power 100-fold.
And what do I do with that power?
You put him back where he belongs, where his touch can't reach the earth for another 3,000 years.
Just that.
Easy peasy.
You thought it would be Egwene. Didn't you?
He says Egwene, not Egwene, like someone told me. Which is maybe, do they all say it differently?
What do you hear?
Like when they first started. In Two Rivers listening to the
Since the
wind.
day I channeled her. What is it?
Nothing
Same
good.
thing we had on bell time.
I'm so stressed. Part of me is regretting my decision to watch this early. I could have waited a week before this stress.
Will you teach me how to channel?
I can't. Every time you touch the source, it'll take you closer and closer to the madness.
Do you think I care what happens to me after today?
When you face him, the fear, the adrenaline, you'll embrace
Can we
the power whether you want to or not.
Fix the men's side of the magic,
You
please?
will. Until the pain and the fear was so overwhelming that I grabbed the power myself and I stopped her. Without even thinking about it, without even trying.
Not a great lesson, really, but
I promise you, when your life's on the
facing
line,
the Dark One will be a lot like that.
They've all come true eventually.
Fuck. What does that mean? What the fuck?
What is it?
Nothing good.
the gap will not hold.
There are some very, very powerful potential Aes Sedai women here.
You said that whoever goes with the dragon to the afterworld will die there.
Mhm.
Does that include you?
Yes. But I say no.
Stay.
They're all just so good, and I love them so much, and I'm just very stressed because I don't want to lose any of them. Here and there. And frickin' Matt, wherever he is. And you, Mr. Man.
While our messengers fly in every direction with a light speed at their heels,
Wow.
let us hope we buy the women and men of this world enough time to stand a fighting chance.
Wow. The bravery.
I will not let our city fall.
Not lightly, you won't. Like, I would not blame these people if they were fleeing for the hills, right? Well, not for the hills, but, you know, away as fast as they could right now. Are they at the bottom? The Dark One, where is he?
The Dark One?
Oh.
But it looked like a man.
Oh dear. Oh, this is the Dark One's doing, right?
proper one for Joya, no matter how many times he says he will.
The dream of the world he wants.
You take her for a minute.
I would like to say that the child's name is apparently Joy. Ah, so.
I'll finish it. And it's a beautiful day.
It's everything he dreamt of wanting all his life. It's not real, my love.
Rand.
You have to wake
What
up.
do you think would happen? To know the one power is there, just at the end of your fingertips, but you can't quite touch it.
You wouldn't think a Trolloc army approaching a city would be a breather, but I don't know this person, so it's a little bit of a breather, comparatively. Very, very brave souls.
Any woman who can channel the one power, be it even a trickle, I need them.
Well, we have two of those.
I've already lost Matt and Rand. I can't lose you two.
You're gonna help.
Every step they take with blood.
You brave, brave souls.
Fire on my command!
Barely a dent.
We have to leave. What are we supposed to do? Just watch our friends die?
I know, that's the one, like, I think for defense, fighting is necessary. Sweetheart, this isn't real. You know that. It's a beautiful dream.
What is it?
It's you.
It's your mind, my love. Yep. That's so cool. Let him actually believe it and then tell him it's not true.
See? I can show you how.
Don't listen to him, sweetheart. You've got to snap out of this. But you have zero experience really in doing anything like this.
I wonder what he'll choose. Light or dark?
Fuck.
You didn't think I'd come here without knowing what I was walking into, did you?
Just waiting for the gate to fall and all those men to die. I like as well that the king isn't on a high level, like he's on a low level where he's vulnerable. Oh, because it shows he's a leader that respects his men.
How do I make it real?
Rand. Leave a fucking fade inside the city. I knew you were a bitch. Oh, what have they got? Because the fades are coming. Please watch for them.
To be blown at the last battle.
Blow it!
The greatest heroes to stand at our side.
Blow it, blow it, blow it.
Let's hurry up and get it.
Fades are already in.
It's for the dragon. Without it, they wouldn't stand a chance.
Does this mean Rand? Did he fail?
He's in the middle, my darling.
Open yourselves to me. And I reach out to you with the one power. Accept it. Let me in.
I just genuinely, my brain, I was just nodding like, I'm ready. I will do it with you. Behind you, I think.
Hey, stop.
Be careful, Perrin. Snap out of it, sweetheart. Rand, this isn't right, and you know it. But if this is just teaching you to use your magic, that's useful. Is this the baby she saw him holding? There comes the taint.
Well, don't even know what he's channeling to do. To break my chains or to strengthen them.
It's so strong out of our girls. You can do this the right way, Rand. Fuck. Oh shit, that's what she saw and I need burning up. You need to stop him, my love.
are you doing? No. You can remake the world in your
Brilliant boy.
Make it what you want.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant boy.
What about what she wants? And as
Brilliant
much as I
boy.
love her, as much as I want this, being a nice guy, that's not the woman I love.
Holy shit. He didn't look unhappy. Like, I'm not gonna. He didn't. He looked kind of like he was smiling. Yeah, that's a smile. What happened? Why was he smiling? That he's got more to his plan than just this. He was smiling. Perrin. Oh fuck! It led him away. Did he protect him? No. Please don't die, Loyal. You have to. Oh. Stop now, please. Ooh.
To be a woman is to be always alone and never alone.
She's taking it all.
Feel your brain. I'll stand with you.
No, 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 no. Nynaeve, 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 Nynaeve. Nynaeve, Nynaeve. No.
Do you think it's a coincidence?
He's got
Came to the two rivers every
that
bell time.
dagger.
All 5 of you focal points for the wheel.
Oof. That surely means Nynaeve's not dead.
One maybe the Trollocs not to kill you, but to bring you to him. Balance means that you will turn to the shadow, some of you. Maybe all of you.
Matt.
That eventually they go so mad they kill everyone they've ever loved.
It is.
Can we fix that somehow? Will the horn fix it?
Tell them I died here.
Fuck.
Tell them I didn't make it back.
Where are you going? What are you doing? Still go mad regardless. You can't go alone.
Goodbye, Moraine.
I don't like this.
Today isn't the end.
I know it won't be forever, but... Yeah, that's why the Dark One was smiling.
Thought all 5 of you have a part to play.
Yep. We need that horn for something. To call the heroes.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Let me back in.
I can't.
Can she not feel it at all? It was permanent.
I can't touch the source.
We're gonna fix that, don't you worry. I don't know how, but we are. Come on, Nynaeve. Come on, come on. They saved each other. They saved each other. Where are you going?
This wasn't the last battle.
Yep.
I fear it was the first.
Okay. Before I watch this final moment, I would like to say that the joy of an hour ago who decided to watch this a week ahead of time should have waited, because now it was... I mean, that was amazing and fantastic and wonderful, and I'm really glad I watched it, but I'm also not glad because now I have to wait a week longer to get more. What is this? Well, this seems super. What is this? Ooh. Are their sorcerers like prisoners? This is just what we needed. I really thought that like evil sea pirate people was exactly what we needed to just add to our wonderful times. I'm sorry, little girl. Yeah, I haven't had words with Joy of an hour ago because like she could have had a week less to wait for season 2. And did the Joy of an hour ago listen? No, the Joy of an hour ago did not, because the Joy of an hour ago was a bitch. Okay, this episode was fantastic. It was everything. It was wonderful. It was stressful. It just had everything. I don't love the ending in the sense that I don't love that Ram went off by himself, but I'm also fully aware that in a story that's gonna span, I think they're planning for like 8 seasons. It's like 14 books or whatever. Like, characters do not always stay together, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be sad about it when they split up. I'm guessing he was concerned by the fact that he was tempted by the Dark One, that he's concerned that he's going to go mad and kill everyone he loves, that therefore people will be safer if he's away from them. I'm guessing is the idea behind him wanting to leave. Maybe he also wants answers about like who his family really were and everything, because as much as he said, oh, I don't believe anything the Dark One said, the Dark One wasn't lying about the fact that his dad wasn't his dad and his dad's been long dead, and there is definitely some of his life story that he doesn't know, and I don't know. You can't really go on Ancestry.com, so I don't know how he'd figure that out, but maybe, I don't know. But I don't like any of them being alone. Like, I don't like Matt being alone, being all sinister. Obviously with Matt, I presume they were working with footage they already had, so who knows what angle he's going to take next season, but he looked still like evil under the influence of the dagger, which was, you know, maybe that was always where he was meant to go, but stress regardless. Like, so 2 of them are on their own, and whether Matt was always meant to end up on his own or whether Matt will get back with the others immediately, who knows, but it's stressful. I don't like any of them being on their own. And I think particularly for Rand, given everything he just went through, he should really be with people. And I think if Moiraine was more herself, if she hadn't just lost the ability to touch the power and everything, I don't think she would have been quite as like, okay, bye. I think she would have at least tried to stop him or talk him out of it or ask him why he's going or where he's going, because they're kind of knowing where the dragon is, especially if this is not the final battle, but in fact the first battle. It's kind of useful to have an idea of, you know, where your dragon is and where the other 4 points on that are now really integral. And like, did he tell Moiraine about the Dark One? Did she hear him saying that all 5 of them were integral to the weaving and everything? Like, it's not, as much as he's the dragon and so he's extremely important, you can't discount the other 4 either, which makes total sense. And so don't let any of them get lost again. But then he's just off by himself, looking mean and moody. Been through a lot. I don't blame him for looking mean and moody, but it's just, and he wants them to believe he's dead. So like, what is he currently planning? Does he think he's done it, the Dark One's dealt with for another 3,000 years, he can just go off and hide and get killed when the time comes and not hurt anyone he loves? Like, is that what he's thinking? Like, what are you thinking, sir? And also, is there a way that we can make it so that men can touch the power again? Because I like Rand, and I would not like him to go mad and become a sort of not himself. That would make me very sad. I don't know if Matt can actually channel, but if he can, you know, I would like him to also be safe. Right. So all the stuff with the Dark One was fantastic. I love the costuming. The fact that the Dark One's suit was like something you'd see in a sci-fi drama set in the future, like the kind of futuristic suit we imagine, because that was the world that was what the world was like when he was locked away. And we saw the human face he puts on to talk to all of us, to talk to us and the immortals. And the way he so clearly saw through to who Rand was, to how to get him to do what you want, is to appeal to like everything he dreamed of. But the fact that it was, well, yes, she wouldn't want this, was what helped Rand snap out of it. Now, my biggest concern is that the Dark One smiled the last time we saw him. He was smiling. Don't smirk at me, okay? Look distressed because we just beat you. But it's like everything's going to plan. You know, you had the peddler dude saying, oh yeah, we wanted you out of the 2 rivers and you're all out of the 2 rivers now. Like, this is what we wanted. The Dark One has plans within plans. He's had 3,000 years to work on this plan. I guess a part of him, it would have been much simpler had he managed to get through to Rand now and make him join the darkness, then Rand could have just broken his chains, and it would have been a much simpler plan for him. I suppose that was like his hope, but ultimately that smile tells me he hasn't given up. He's not despairing about anything. He is like, well, yeah, okay, continuing with my plan, and that's stressful. You have the fact that the Fades and the peddler dude, the dark friend peddler dude, didn't kill or even hurt Perrin. Perrin couldn't attack them because if he had, they would have overpowered him. Like, they just taunted him, killed everybody else, led him away from the fight so that he would not be part of it. Is so fascinating. Like, do they think he is someone they're going to be able to pull onto their side at some point? No, I'm going to go on record, and I may be proved wrong, that I don't think any of our main characters will ultimately choose the dark side. They may be tempted, they may stray a little bit because they're human, but I don't, you know. But yeah, Perrin is obviously important because he's a wolf man. I don't know much about that. Like, I will jokingly call him a werewolf until they give me another name. And when they give me another name, I probably won't be able to pronounce it. But he doesn't know what he is, seemingly. So, like, anyway, there's one more story there to have. And just my big fear, I'm going to say it right now, is that they're going to be like, Rand's dead. That's sad. My wife's dead. Oh, my boyfriend's dead. Let's fall for each other, because I don't need a love triangle. It's mainly because I don't want a love triangle. Again, I will put a disclaimer, an asterisk by that. Love triangles can be done well. It's just, they're very overused. But no matter what, these characters are going to be there for each other. So I hate that Rand's on his own. I hate that Matt's on his own. Obviously, I can't speculate too heavily on what Matt is up to because they had to use footage that they already had of him. But it doesn't look good. Is all I'm going to say. I have no clue where Rand's off to. Then to Perrin, obviously, yeah, face to face with he spotted him earlier, and it's like the guy I'm pretty sure the peddler dude let Perrin see him earlier when they arrived in the city, because I have been spotting him in the last few episodes just out of, like, he's just in the corner of the shot and he moves out. Like, none of the characters have seen him until he let him. He has some connect, like, he wanted Perrin to see him. And again, he led Perrin out of the danger so that Perrin wouldn't be involved in the fight. But he then wanted Perrin to know that they're there. And they have the horn. And apparently the dragon needs the horn to call people for the last battle, or else he'll be lost without it. And they have the horn. So that is not good. I would definitely be saying that is bad. Rand could do with that horn, apparently. For something. So we still don't have many answers on what Perrin is, but we have a lot of questions, and it's lovely. But he's alive, and that's great. And I'm sad for Loyal. He was sad. It was sad when he died. I hoped he would live a bit longer with us. I love that Nynaeve tracked Moiraine, not Lan. Oh my god, his name is 3 letters long, and I couldn't remember it just then. I wanted to call him Tal. His name is not Tal. So I love that, and she was able to share it with him, and that the speech they had, they said it was directly like dialogue taken from the book, which is lovely. It makes me even more excited about reading the books because it was such beautiful dialogue. Just, you really feel that connection, and the fact that we know that she's distrustful of Moiraine even now. We know that, you know, they tell him, like, go after her and bring Rand back to me. Obviously, he's not going to do the second one, and as far as he's aware, Rand is dead. Now, he did get there too late to do anything. At what point are they gonna find out Rand is not dead? When they physically see him? Or is Moiraine eventually gonna be asked in a way that she can't phrase it vaguely? Like, he's gone. After the fight with the dragon, he was gone. He left this room that I was in. You know, there are ways she could be caught out. And to be honest, if there is a situation where someone is like, damn it, if only the dragon was alive, that would be useful. And then she'd be like, well, he about that. You know, I wonder how long it's going to be before they know. And in general, like, where are all of the characters? Like, I really wanted to go through all the characters systematically, and now my brain is all over the place. Where are they going to go? What is the plan from here? Obviously, Moiraine is aware that that was not the final battle. That was most likely the first battle. She saw the smirk on the dude's face, the dark dude's face. They know that they've taken the box. The gap fell, but then they ultimately held the city. Like, there's a lot that needs to be done. I guess in the meantime, Nynaeve and Egwene will go, though Rand says Egwene. I'm telling you now, if he does, if that, are they gonna go to the White Tower? They can't go to the White Tower if they're gonna go with Moiraine because she's bloody exiled. So she can't go back to the White. I was gonna say maybe they'll all go back to the White Tower and like recoup, but she can't do that. I mean, I suppose they could go to the White Tower and be like, hey, so here's what happened. The Dark One did come back and we met the dragon and, you know, it was cool. And then the Tamerlan seat can be like, she's allowed back because of XYZ. We need her back. Like, could revoke her exile, I suppose. Because I also do think she potentially needs to be back with the Aes Sedai to help her get back in touch with her powers. I don't believe for a second, I mean, 90% don't believe for a second that she is permanently cut off. I mean, I keep talking like it's a 14-book season, so I'm 14-book series, so I'm like, surely she needs to get her magic back, but literally book 5 could be about different people. I don't know. Don't tell me either. I mean, I'll be sad if it is, but don't tell me. Like, she has to get her powers back. Like, she has to get back in touch with them, but I feel like it's not going to be an easy road for her. Perfectly happy if it is, but these things never are. Because I don't think he, like, gentled her or whatever, or stilled her or whatever they call it. I don't think it was that level. Because he was like, how horrible is it when it's at your fingertips and you can't quite reach it? So it's not like she no longer has the connection. She does, it's there, but she just can't get to it. So that's sort of, she's definitely going to have lost a lot of self. I mean, so much of who she is her mastery of her power, and now she's lost that. And she's not even connected to Lan in the way she used to be because she quieted that. So that's obviously going to be part of it. Then you got our 2 girlies who helped defend the city and almost died. That, I mean, their power, it was so epic. And just brilliantly, like, the visualization of it, like how weak the light looked like coming from the other women, and how strong it was from them, and how Nynaeve is even stronger than Egwene because she lasted longer. Now maybe she's a bit older, maybe Egwene will get stronger, who knows. But like, they were both infinitely stronger than everybody else there. And the way Nynaeve was just like, no, I'm taking it from Egwene, like I will save her, which is exactly the vision that the Seer woman had. She's still out there, by the way, like drawing the magic out of Egwene, or the Bernie times, and then Egwene being able to save her. Like, if Nynaeve hadn't saved Egwene wouldn't have been able to save Nynaeve, but they saved each other, and that was just so beautiful, and just such like the epitome of the love that these characters have for each other. I absolutely adore it. And yeah, they're going to be devastated soon when they think Rand's dead, and Matt's looking evilly at the White Tower. I don't know. The fact that Matt's in the White Tower makes me feel like the rest of them are going to the White Tower, but who knows? Who knows? I don't know. They basically, I think, that was the first real time Egwene accessed her magic and was like, wow, this is how powerful it could be. I know she's used it before, Egwene. It's Rand saying it differently, the way I was just like really confident in myself. I was like, yes, it's Egwene, I know it now. And then Rand was like, Egwene. And I was like, why? Why are you doing this to me? So is it Egwene and I should drop Egwene? She definitely had a first real taste of that level of power because she's used it before. She's learnt basic channeling and she was able to get them out of that situation with the White Cloaks, but she hasn't had the same kind of extreme outburst that Nynaeve has had a couple of times now. But they'll get there. I trust in them and I believe in them. And yes, there is a long, windy road ahead of these characters. 14 books long, potentially. And I'm so here for it. Very stressed for it. I feel like I've missed points again, but then I also feel like I've talked about everything twice. Like, my brain is running a million miles an hour. Like, because again, don't tell me anything about Matt, what he's up to, what he was supposed to be up to, what role he was supposed to play in all of this, because obviously I imagine any essential plot points they will incorporate into season 2 somehow, that were meant to happen at the end of book 1 to Matt, and then going forwards. Like, I think if Matt had been a dragon, they would have had to do speedy recasting, because none of that would have worked. Like, if Rand wasn't in the show anymore, it would have been like, well, that's awkward. But no, I'm excited for the new actor, and I'm excited just for the character to come back. yeah, everyone's like, at the beginning of this season, Maureen said to them, your lives aren't going to be what you thought they were from here on out, or something to that effect. And that is true of every single character in this show. The world is at large. The riders will have been sent out from the final city. They will now be aware that the Dark One is awake. Although, I mean, the Dark One has a plan, obviously, and we don't entirely know what Rand did. Obviously, Rand said I did it. I don't think Rand like freed him. But he's not exactly an experienced wielder of the power. So like, did he do it right? Did he do it as well as it had been done before? Because if we have another 3,000 years to prepare, that's great. But somehow I feel like the Dark One has plans further afoot. So then, was he ready for what Rand did? Was he hoping? Was he aware that, well, if the dragon does X, Y, Z, I can do A, B, C, and then that will counteract it and help and like make it not as effective or something? Like, obviously they'll explain that eventually as the Dark One does his eviling. But if like he put him away for 3,000 years, then the plan wouldn't still be unfolding. So I'm stressed. Stressed about everything. Don't like that Rand's alone. Don't like that Matt's alone. I'm very sad for Moiraine that she's lost control of her powers and lost access to them. And Lan has lost, like, they can't reconnect their bond. Hopefully Nynaeve will not have any lasting effects of what happened, and that she and Egwene can continue to just grow their powers and their strength. Perrin will be extremely rattled, but hopefully he will be able to learn more about himself and what he's capable of and what it means to be what he is. But then he's going to be thinking, well, you know, they made sure I was that in the way, because I think if he'd started attacking them, he would have ended up, like, they would have had to hurt him in the fight, but they didn't, and that's just very interesting. They have the horn. We apparently need this horn. This city's royal family is dead. Were there any other people in it? But there's definitely, these characters are extremely rattled from where they were. Where do they even go from here? And I don't know the answer. But I have adored this show. I have fallen absolutely in love with the 7 main characters. See, I'm like, do I have a favourite? And then I'm like, well, yeah, that one. Oh, and that one. Oh, and that one. Oh, and, like, pretty much the main 7, I adore them all fiercely. And in different ways. Like, you know, it is quite funny because it's really weird being 29. It's weird being 29 because like 10 years ago I would have been like in love with half of the male characters, and now I'm like, the little babies, give them their milk and cookies and tuck them in at night. You precious thing, I will look after you. It's really weird. But no, I adore them all. I love, like, I don't have a bad thing to say about any of the characters. Like, they're flawed, they're not perfect, but I love them. Stressed out where it's going next in the next season. So excited. And if you're still listening, thank you. I once again want to say an absolute huge thank you for the welcome I had into this community. It has been the most overwhelming, wonderful welcome I've ever had into a fandom and community. And if I wasn't already in love with this show, it would have made me love it more. But it was just even more special because it was a show that, like, I just clicked with. Like, by the end of the first episode, I was just like, yes, I love this show. And I'm just so happy that this show is in my life now and excited to go on the journey. And I will be waiting to read the books till after the show. Be in 8 years' time, potentially more, but I will do that, and then the books will be a beautiful delight to have at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, thank you so much for following me on this journey. You can find the unedited versions of these reactions on my Patreon if you'd like it, and I will see you in September, I believe, for season 2. Thank you so much for watching.